Rising. Oh, we got a funky screen. Grand Rising, everybody. Hello, hello, hello. How are you today? Welcome to October the 21st. And I have a fuzzy screen. Let me see if I can trick it. See if we can trick the camera to come in clear. Come in. There we go. Clear signal. Ta-da. Hopefully we'll hold there. Grand Rising, everybody. How are you, everyone? Grand Rising. Aloha. Welcome, welcome. It's Thursday. Hello, my beautiful sister Kelly Jones in the house. Thank you for being here, sister. Thank you always for being here, helping me to share. Everyone else, thank you guys for joining. It's such a blessing and honor to have you. If you are new, welcome. This is, first off, my name's Earth Angel Jamaica. This is the place, space, and time where we come together, setting our intention to nourish ourselves, mind, body, and spirit. We focus on prosperity and the art of self-care. We look at the spiritual laws that are connected to prosperity, which are tithing, forgiveness, life purpose, and goals. Today, Thursday, we're life purpose. Life purpose. I can't believe we're on Thursday. Sorry about the lighting too. I've got a funky, it's like, if I come back here, there, it helps a little bit. I'll get this lighting down. Grand Rising, my beautiful sister Cherokee in the house. Thank you for being here, sister. Thank you. Thank you. So today, guys, is life purpose. We're talking about our life purpose. And we're also in the midst of speaking about animal vibes and learning about how to read some of these animal vibes and what they can represent and some of the signs and signals they can give for us, right? So again, we are about learning to master our own energy here, looking at nourishing ourselves, mind, body, and spirit. And so, with that being said, I'm a little bit off track this morning, you guys. I wanted to sleep in today. Last night, I don't want to say off track. I'm on track, but still just in such a beautiful, space, I guess is the best thing. We had an amazing meditation last night, group meditation on the page where we cut some cords with Archangel Michael, and it was just a really beautiful space. And that is the one tool that I absolutely love is meditation, our breath work, the power of just setting that intention to ground ourselves, to use our breath, to go within. And really, again, we're about learning to nourish ourselves, mind, body, and spirit. And one of the most powerful tools I will always turn to first and say is the power of that breath work and meditation. And so I like to share that with you guys first thing in the morning. Let's start our morning with that. Let's nourish ourselves with just a quick little meditation before we get into talking about the animal vibes. Today we're going to share about the buffalo. And actually, I am going to see if I can get a guest appearance maybe for tomorrow to talk about deer. I thought it was so amazing because one of the sisters from the Native Prince Crystal Healing family was on this morning, and she was sharing about Deer Woman and the folklore from her area. She's over in, I believe, Pennsylvania, so the East Coast, and talking about the folklore and the mountain the stories and things that they have over there. And I just thought it was so great because it was so on point with, we've been talking about the deer, and then we talked about the elk yesterday and this hunter's moon, so I'm going to message her today and see if maybe we can get her to come on and talk about it a little bit. Cause I don't want to, it was very interesting what she talked about. I just thought it was pretty cool and be in alignment. But today we're going to talk about the buffalo because we have that information available right now, right here. And we'll see if maybe we can get her on tomorrow. But before we get into that, before we get into talking about the vibes of the buffalo, let's just take a moment if you can. And let's just do a quick little breath meditation. Let's take a minute or two to just relax. If you want to close your eyes, that's great. If you can sit back, relax, and close your eyes. If not, that's okay too, but just follow along and let's just take a moment to really follow that breath, breathing in deeply, letting your chest fill with that oxygen, feeling your chest rise, exhaling, allowing yourself just to soften, relax. Come into your center. Allow the breath, inhaling in, to bring you into your center, your heart space. Exhale out and just allow yourself to become softened. And just think to yourself as you're breathing in your next breath, you're just breathing in that love, breathing in love. And as you exhale, just release love. And as you breathe in the next few breaths, breathe in peace. Exhale peace. Breathe in love. Exhale love. Breathe in joy. Exhale joy. Breathe in gratitude for this amazing breath, this life force energy that gives us the opportunity to be these amazing spiritual beings having this human experience. And give gratitude for this breath that can bring us into our heart center. Bring us that peace, that calm. This is our power. Isn't it nice just to take a few moments just to breathe? See, I think that was less than a minute, even maybe a little over. Just practicing that breath, going within and setting the intention to breathe in love, breathe in peace, breathe in calm, breathe in joy. Whatever it is that we are seeking in that moment to get ourselves to come within and to get grounded, right? We have that as a tool. Every one of us, if we are in a human body right now, having this experience, that is that tool. This is a tool we have available to us. So, with that being said, Grand Rising, Gina, Grand Rising, thank you for being here. Hello, my beautiful sister Leanne, Grand Rising. All right. Thank you guys for hitting the likes, hitting the little hearts and likes on the screen over there on TikTok too, because that actually helps the algorithm to pick up and it shows more on the lives when we do that. I'm learning these things. So thank you for that. I also do CCR breathing. Yes. It's amazing the tools, just our breath, right? Breathing that breath, setting the intention, releasing anything that may be not in alignment with who we really are and what it is we're wanting to create. That's learning to master our energy, to go within and to start to really connect with our bodies, with our energy systems, with the power that we have with our mind, body, and spirit, and bringing that connection together. Right? It's that trifecta. When we come within, we bring the mind consciously into the soul, into the heart with the breath, the mind, body, the spirit. That's a trifecta superpower that we all of a sudden connect and go ding, 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 ding. And we start sending out that amazing signal to the universe. And those are the signals we want to be sending consciously to the universe, right? All right, guys. So I'm excited about the buffalo because the buffalo energy is actually also, well, first off, one of the little cubs that I had the honor of getting to learn from. I like to say learn from. I was the teacher, but I really got to learn from them. Hang on, turn this down. It's a little chilly in here this morning. But one of the little cubs I got to learn from this summer's little buffalo, he just reminds me of his energy. He's a buffalo cub, that's what he is. And so I just love when we talk about buffalo. They're so, to me, the energy of the buffalo is very calming, very peaceful, very joyful, but very powerful, very, very powerful at the same time. And I just got the ding from Facebook, or it might have been there. Oops, hold on. One of the little cubs I got to learn from. Hang on. We don't need to hear that. I just said that. I need to copy that. If you're over in Facebook land and for some reason you're not able to follow along, please come over and join us in TikTok or the Facebook froze. Okay, I just realized that, Kelly. Thank you, Kelly. I just plugged it in. Let me go over to the Facebook and plug this in here. Thank you, Kelly. Oops. Okay. I'm plugging it in the comments over there so that YouTube is going without any issues, it looks like. Um, so if you're having trouble, join us over there or on TikTok, because Facebook doesn't like us anymore. They just don't like us. But that's okay, because that's why we just keep trampling down, right? Facebook is going for YouTube. Well, I gotta ding. That's the interesting thing. Sometimes it stops some of us it don't. I don't know. But if anybody's having trouble on the Facebook, it is now pinned in the comments. You can click on that. You can go right over to the YouTube. And perfect. Gina found her way over to the YouTube. So some of you are froze, some of you aren't. I'm not sure what that's about. Again, it's Facebook, we love you. We're grateful that we get to try, and we have 3 platforms. Thank you, universe. Talk about abundance. And this is great, right? Because Buffalo's about abundance, prayer, and abundance. And it is really cool when I think about when I started our Earth Angels page. Live videos like this were not a thing on Facebook at the time. This was 5 years ago, right? This was not an option to do a live video. I think YouTube, you could start to do live videos, but it was like a whole big deal to do it through YouTube type deal. And TikTok didn't even exist, obviously, right? That's a new thing. And then to be sitting here and be able to do this in 3 platforms, to reach out in 3 different levels of 3 different areas of people, global, like this is a worldwide thing. How cool is that? That's a really cool thing to have available to us. It's like, wow, like talk about spirit connecting the dots for us, really, right? The unseen creating the scene, literally. So thank you, Facebook. That's where we're going. We're good. We're just loving it, because we wouldn't have, at least we have the opportunity to try to be there going without any problem. So Buffalo vibes. So FYI, guys, I'm sharing from, this is one of my favorite books. This is a book, actually a deck of cards. This is the book that goes with the deck of cards, but the book itself is actually something I use way more than with the cards, honestly. And it's by Jamie Sams and David Carson. So give credit where the credit's due. As you can see, I've literally had to tape the binding of this book. It has coffee stains, coffee marks, spills, food, who knows? Because literally this book has traveled across the country with me. Well, okay, I will tell you how many miles this book has on it. And actually, let's see, okay, so yeah, I give you an idea. I bought my van brand new. It had 12,000 miles on it. And when I had sold it, I had 82,000 miles on it. So that means this book traveled 70,000 miles with me across country, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, delivering animals, picking up animals, grabbing animal vibes. So it's really like, I love this book. But this is why I know how powerful animals and their messages can be, because along that trip, it was a very spiritual journey for me. Being alone in a car, was me and one other person, for days on end, driving where like sometimes there is no radio signal. There's nothing sometimes in some of these out in the middle of nowhere places, right? But the animals and the wildlife we would see, and the conversations talking about prayer. I love prayer and meditation. I was in constant meditation. I was passenger most of the time too. So I was able to really be in that like space where I could just go into this asking questions of spirit. And then all of a sudden, like, we would see the most magnificent, a buffalo. Like I literally got to see a live buffalo. I woke up one morning and we were at a rest stop in, I believe it was Wyoming. And I look up on the range, and I swear to you, it was like one of those old, like a country or cowboy movies, right? Like an old Western. I look up and I see on the range like the silhouette of this buffalo, but I can't quite tell what it is, but I can see it's it's like and I'm like, what is that? And so I get out and the sun's rising. It was the most beautiful. I'm telling you guys, this is one of the most beautiful moments of my life. This beauty, right? And all of a sudden, this buffalo starts coming at me from the top of this hill toward, not like I'm still ways distance away, but I can feel the ground vibrating. like literally. And all of a sudden, then over the horizon, here comes the whole herd of them. And it was only maybe, I'm going to say 10 or 15 of them, very, very tiny herd in comparison, right? And there was a fence between us. There, of course, the rest area. I'm at this public, it's a rest area. There is fenced off, but they came right down into it was like a refuge place for them, which I didn't know when we parked there, but they just came running down, and it was really the most amazing experience. And so, right. So then I would go to the book and I'm like, oh my gosh, right? What does this mean, spirit? And it was always in alignment with what I was meditating about. It would always bring me messages that were like, oh, okay, I get it. Oh, thank you. Thank you. And talk about a spiritual, just a beautiful spiritual experience, not only getting to be a part of that, but then understanding on a deeper level the message that the buffalo was bringing, right? And a lot of times the book, because Google's great. I'm going to tell you guys, we have Google and it's a great thing because you can be like, hey, Google, what's the spiritual meaning of buffalo? And you're going to get a whole bunch of information come up. And again, these are great tools we can use to say like, oh, this is in alignment with what's going on here, right? You don't have to be in Wyoming and see a buffalo. Maybe you have a buffalo come across your the TV. Maybe you're skipping across and all of a sudden, it grabs your attention, or a picture of it, or somebody starts talking about it, or something like today, hear the vibe if it vibrates, right? We are talking about animal vibes, and we're talking about buffalo vibes today. So let's get into it before I get us too sidetracked, right? See if this vibrates with you today. In the Lakota tradition, it was the white buffalo calf woman who brought the sacred pipe to the people and taught them to pray. I hope Cherry is here today. Cherry, are you here? Cherry, are you here? Miss Bjorn. Oh, I hope she made it today. This is so great. We were just kind of chatting about similar things. The bowl of the pipe was the receptacle that held tobacco, an herb with male and female vibes. Replacing that in word, guys, right? Vibes. The stem of the pipe represents the male entering the female and seeding life. In the coming together of male and female, the connection to the divine energy of the Great Spirit was made. As the pipe was loaded with tobacco, every family in nature was asked to enter into the pipe and share its vibes as prayer and praise to the heavens. The smoke was considered to be visual prayer, and it was very sacred and cleansing. All animals are sacred, but in many traditions, white buffalo is the most sacred. The appearance of white buffalo is a sign that prayers are being heard, that the sacred pipe is being honored, and that the promises of prophecy are being fulfilled. White buffalo signals the time of abundance and plenty. Buffalo was the major source of substance for the Plains Indians. It gave meat for food, hides for clothing, warm and soft buffalo robes for long winters, and hooves for glue. The vibes of buffalo is prayer, gratitude, and praise for that which has been received. Buffalo vibes is also knowing that abundance is present when all relations are honored as sacred, and when gratitude is expressed to every living part of creation. Because of its desire to give the gifts that its body provided, and because of its willingness to be used on earth for the highest good before entering the hunting grounds of spirit, buffalo did not readily stampede or run from hunters. To use buffalo vibes is to smoke the pipe in a sacred manner and to give praise for the riches of life to be shared. with all races, all creations, all nations, and all life. It means smoking for others so that their needs are met, praying for the good of all things in harmony, and accepting the great mystery as a part of that harmony. If you have Buffalo come across in your vibes, you may be asked to use your energy in prayer. You may also be asked to call upon an instrument of someone else's. You might be being called on as an instrument to somebody else's prayer. This could portend a time of recognizing the sacredness of every walk of life, albeit different from your own. To honor others' pathway, even if it brings you sadness, is a part of the message that Buffalo brings. This may be a time of reconnection to the meaning of life and the value of peace. Most assuredly, this time will bring serenity amidst chaos if you pray in earnest for enlightenment and the power of calmness, and give praise for the gifts you already have. Buffalo sign Buffalo vibe is a sign that you achieve nothing without the aid of Great Spirit, and that you must be humble enough to ask for that assistance and then be grateful for what you receive. I love it. I love it. Miss Kelly says, every time I go to the doctor, I see a couple of buffalo. Oh my gosh, that is so cool. I always want to brush their hair, right? Wouldn't that be nice to be able to go? I don't know how close they let us get. I guess maybe domesticated. Can they be domesticated buffaloes? I'm not sure. That's a good question. Teddy says, every time I eat an apple, I think of Homer Simpson of The Simpsons calling them oh gosh, buffalo testicles. Okay. I missed that Simpsons episode, but that now I have the visual. Thanks, Teddy. Thanks. Oh, I love it. I love it. All right. I wanted to share this morning, and we do have a few minutes left too, because one of my favorite little decks, again, talking about the Cubs and getting to work with the Cubs this summer, little Buffalo Cub, is there's this amazing little book. It's the Children's Spirit Animal Cards. I'm telling you, I recommend all adults should have this deck. It is the most positive, lighthearted, good messages. If you have kiddos, man, we're coming into holidays. This would be a great little gift for them, really, if they're just for these positive vibes and to start to really learn about the energies around us and some of these messages. But so the buffalo in this one, right, again, and I like to do this to just kind of pointing out the similarities and, how there's the same message but different, and a little bit of a different message each time, and how depending on where we're at in our journey, it's going to resonate with us, right? How it resonates for us is why it's important to be open to receive and not so locked in that like, oh, it can only mean this one thing. There's always multiple, endless, and even when you're like, oh, I get it, that resonates with that, it doesn't necessarily mean that's the only message for you in that message. Our messages are so multi-dimensional. It's beautiful when we open up and really start to see. We're like that kaleidoscope. We really are. We are so multidimensional, just like a kaleidoscope. So Buffalo says, I'm sure there are times when you find yourself wishing you had more toys, games, or the latest electronic gadgets, feeling bad because you see what other kids have that you don't. You might even complain about not having those things, feeling sorry for yourself that somebody has more things than you do. The more you think that way, that you don't have enough, the more you will feel sad and grumpy and overlook all the things that you do have. Instead, for the next few days, notice all the things you have in your life that you can feel grateful for. Be thankful for the food you eat, the people that love and care for you, the books and toys you have. Be thankful for your friends, the place you live, for the trees, the plants, and the animals. Be thankful for how well your body works, how it keeps you alive, how it heals itself. All that you have in your life is ultimately a gift from God. So show your appreciation and gratitude by saying thank you as much as possible. See how much better you feel when you do. I just think that's cool, right? So the buffalo gratitude, just really reminding us of the gratitude. I just think these are just the cutest little cards, right? Remember of being grateful and blessed. Exactly. I love it. Love it. Prayer and abundance. Grateful and blessed. They always have a little poem. Buffalo, you hear us, the gifts of life. Hear our prayers, smoke rising like phoenix. We are born within the sacred. We are reborn within the sacred words. Very cool. Dun, 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 dun. All right, guys, let's move forward. Change your thinking, change your life. We nourish ourselves, mind, body, and spirit. Again, we're focusing on the spiritual law of our life purpose today. And what is our life purpose? That's the big dum 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 dum, right? Big thing. It's got this big deal. And it really is a big deal. You know, not to our life purpose is a big deal. You are a big deal. But that is the cool thing is your life purpose is you're it. You are it. The great spirit, divine source energy, God, Buddha, however, whatever you call it, whatever it looks like, what resonates for you, that creator. We know there is a creator, a creation. That is that divine creator, always conspiring, constantly conspiring, no matter what, for the highest good, the highest best good, right? And created us as spiritual beings. Here we are, these spiritual, amazing spiritual beings that have been given the opportunity to squeeze into this physical space and time, into this vessel, this human vessel, right? To be here, to have this human experience. And each one of us, just like our blueprint, our fingerprint, each one of us, even though we're all made of the exact same stuff, you know, it's the same ingredients, each one is unique, one of a kind. And even in the fact that we're always transitioning, like when we leave this physical human body, right? There's so many, again, multi-dimensional realms, places, things, right? We're always transitioning, moving, growing. We get to be in these human bodies, though, this one time. This is like a one-time fingerprint that we get to be this experience. We only get to have this experience as us. This is our unique purpose. To be here is to be us, have this experience as us, make choices, experience, right? Cause and effect, to be able to grow and expand. That's our purpose, to get to be here and to do that. We transition, we go back to that we came from. When we take on another human body, there will never be another me, another Jamaica. There will never be another Kelly. Now, I remember having other past lives. Some of you do too, right? I believe we all have. There's past things we've been to, right? But that was a one time. Our energy was there. Part of us was there, but we'll never get to relive that past again. We're doing it here in this. This is our purpose now. To have our experience as ourselves. That's our life purpose. So, when we look at that, I love it. This is so great. So I like to share with you guys, we nourish ourselves, mind, body, and spirit. To quote Wayne Dyer, right? If we change our thinking, we change our life. I am a big believer when we connect these, right? When we mind our mind, when we go through, we look at our patterns, we look at our thoughts, we look at our processes. In that sense, we can clear and change these old beliefs that don't resonate with us. We can come into alignment with that feeling, that vibration, the knowingness, the mind, body, spirit coming together rather than working against each other, right? So I like to share with you guys out of the Science of Mind magazine. This is a guide for spiritual living. You can get your own copy at scienceofmind.com. Always has a little quote, little food for thought, and then an affirmation. Okay. So today, our quote, and I have it on the screen because I am butchering these names recently, and I really don't mean to. Hazrat Inyat Khan is the quote. And our title is As Near as Our Belief. The purpose of creation is beauty. Can you not hear over there? Can anybody, everyone, sorry guys, just 1 second. That's been a journey in my changing how I speak to myself. Yay. So I think, is everyone hearing me on TikTok? Is it just the one person that is having trouble? I can hear now. Okay. Perfect. I don't know. It must have been a funky glitch, but I'm glad you got in and out. Thank you. Okay, so I will repeat that so you can hear it then, love. Our title is As Near as Our Belief. And the quote today is the purpose of creation is beauty. And again, I love how on point this is. We're talking about our life purpose. The purpose of creation. So you were created. You're part of creation, right? There's a creator that you're it. Part of creation is beauty. The purpose of creation is beauty. You're the purpose. The persistent urge to express as a continuous demand which the original life makes upon us. It is God, the essence passing through the thinker into action. How can we expect to find beauty if we complicate only, how can we expect to find beauty if we contemplate only unlovingness? The God of beauty is understood by the artist who appreciates the beautiful and senses in all form, some reflection of the universal wholeness, which finds harmony in the perfect adjustment of itself in all of its parts. Beauty, like greatness, is a thing of the soul, a spiritual quality outlined in form, objectified in space. It is eternally imagined in the mind. God must be truth. The universe could not lie to itself. Truth, crushed to earth, shall rise again. If we would understand God as truth, we must be truthful. The lie is a mask, a masquerade, the irresistible desire which all people have to find the good life arises from an intuitive perception that already knows not only that God is, but that God is present within us. The kingdom of heaven must be a state whereas one senses unity with good, the unity of all good, of people with good. This kingdom is a distance from us, as is our sense of isolation from it. It is as near to us as our belief and corresponding act will permit. The kingdom of heaven is not a place, but a state of consciousness. God is not a person, but an essence, and one proclaims that this essence is personal, and so it is. But in this way, personal to us, through us. Boom. Wow. Talk about on point with life purpose, right? I just love the way this works out. I love it so much. So much. Every day. I could have planned this months ago when we went in to do this that it would align like this. That is the universe divinely conspiring for us, through us, as us, with us, right? This is so cool. So our affirmation for the day, guys, and I do apologize because I did not get a chance to type it in. I was, like I said, I was running just a smidge behind this morning. I didn't type the affirmation into the computer, but I will tell it to you guys and share it with you guys, right? We can't make this up. Exactly, right? It's like, boom. Our affirmation for the day is I rest in calm faith and quiet expectancy. I rest in calm faith and quiet expectancy. So it is. Boom shakalaka. Thank you for hitting those likes, you guys. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That helps to get that algorithm going and more in. So thank you, right? Isn't that powerful? It is just so amazing how powerful when we take we take an hour out of our day to just nourish ourselves here. And when we're open up to receiving, how spirit will just meet us there and right here and say, here, we're all getting the same message today, but it's hitting each one of us. That's our purpose, right? In a little different of a way. It's vibrating within our heart center just a little differently, but it's bringing us divinely in alignment with exactly what it's spirit having a personal conversation with us right here and now in a group setting. How cool is that? That omnipresence within one. This is a good life, right? I think we're pretty lucky to get to be here and witness this every day, to see this on every morning. Spirit working so beautifully and being open to this. It's like, talk about being blessed. The blessing of that buffalo, the gratitude I have. My heart today is so divine. Divine. All right, guys. So let's move on. We're actually a little ahead of schedule today, but you know how that usually works out for me. Oh, we're ahead. And next thing I know, I'm chatting away. So who knows where that could lead us? But it's always divine. But we're going to pull from our life purpose deck today. And I just heard Archangel Michael say, maybe from Archangel Michael too. We're going to pull one from Mike today too. Good morning, my beautiful sister. We have Miss Karen in the house. So good to have you here, sister. I'm glad you found Facebook's been a little wonky this morning. So I do have the YouTube link pinned in case there's any wonkiness for you. You can jam over there. It should be pretty simple. So we're going to pull from Life Purpose and Archangel Michael today. And let's just see what Spirit has for us that could help us to expand our understanding of our life purpose, help guide us a little bit. What messages will resonate with our heart? And you know, the really cool thing too is I know the universe is conspiring for every person here, right now. But not only those of us that are watching right here, right now, anyone else guided back here to rewatch the replay or comes along later and watches. Because that's the cool thing too, is spirit will guide us always right where the message is. It's, you know, I've had people come back and comment on videos from a year later and they didn't realize they were watching a video from a year later. They thought they were watching it live and they're just like, this is so on point. And of course it is. Spirit knows. Spirit knows, right? And will bring us. It's like, good job for being open and seeing that, guys. So cool. So I know we're all going to get exactly what it is. This collective message for us about, there it is, flying out. Y'all see that? Our life purpose. Woohoo! We got 3 cards going to come out today. Magical number 3. Number 3. 2 from Purpose, 1 from Mike. Again, this is a collective message for us all. Take what resonates, leave the rest behind. It's okay. Just be open to hear what does resonate, right? Sometimes we get so locked into like, oh, that doesn't resonate at all, that we kind of miss like, oh, but what does? You know, that gratitude, a little shift in vibe. Oop, there it was. Y'all see him flying out? There he is. I love this. Okay. So just finished a wonderful inspiring art class on creativity, and we are also filled with beauty and creativity. Even if you don't think so, you are. Just say yes to yourself. I love that. I'm gonna revamp that really quick. I'm gonna actually, I think I can even share that on the screen for a minute. I sure can. Miss Karen says she just created a wonderfully inspiring art class on creativity. We are so filled with beauty and creativity. Even if you don't think you are, just say yes to yourself. This is so true. And I'm going to tell you, so healing. Miss Karen has been one of my mentors who have helped me. I'm going to credit Miss Karen and Miss Kelly, Miss Kelly Partridge, for my creativity, artistic skills. And they have been the bridges of teaching me that, because they both are just that, about the creativity and being inspired and understanding that beauty is in all things, right? That openness that we talked about, the artist, right? I encourage you guys, if you talk about a powerful tool besides meditation, this is another just most amazing, powerful tool, is getting crayons, just getting the crayons out, getting a blank piece of paper and the crayons, and, even just drawing, outlining your hand, outlining your foot, outlining your arm, draw a picture of the park, like, just getting into that flow, the connection with the colors and the creativity. Finger painting, get out the finger paints, make it messy on purpose. Don't try to make a form. Just, let the flow come. It is so powerful, so powerful. And I love how she says that, right? Say yes to yourself, because that's the creative. You are born, right? We are all made in that image of creator. We are all creative. Everybody on this planet's creative. You're creating your life around you right now. You're a master manifestor creator. Connect with that, right? Connect with that. I love it. Thank you. And Miss Karen is going to be starting some art classes on the page. She's going to be doing, like I said, she is such an amazing art teacher. I can't wait to be promoting her classes and her things. She's working on putting together some amazing lesson plans right now, and stay tuned for that, because she's really gonna, like I said, she has helped me on so many levels, connecting with that inner child, connecting with my creativity. For me, is that, I had to reconnect with my inner child to bring out my creativity, because way back when I was a kid, I kind of made her a little, I believed I wasn't creative. I started believing other people's outside beliefs, and it kind of stumbled my creativity, right? And then when I started to see, what? It doesn't have to look just like that, because I'm me, and mine's going to look like this. And even if I was the most perfect, that's something Spirit pointed out today, right? No matter what, you have an original painting. Even if you're the artist that created that original painting, if you recreate it, it's a copy, and it'll never be exactly the same. That's the beauty of your originality and your life purpose. So on point. I love it. Okay, so let's get into what Michael has to say. First off, Michael just wanted to come in, and there he is again, right there with his sword, right, wrapping his beautiful wings. They're like shields. They're like his like cape. His wings almost work like a beautiful cape that come around us. And that vacuum he has and able to release. It's so cool, because it's really what we worked with him last night too, right? And there he is, saying you and your loved ones are safe. You are loved. You are protected, right? This is so cool. It says, Dear God and Archangels Michael, thank you for watching over me and my loved ones. Please help me feel secure and at peace, and fill me with faith so that I may focus on my priorities and enjoy the healthful, happy life. And what are we focusing on here, right? Our priorities on the morning brew is nourishing ourselves, mind, body, and spirit. So, right, this is a reminder to call upon Michael as we're connecting to our life purpose, right? As we're connecting, we can call upon Michael for that security, for the peace, for the love, to give us that faith so that we can focus on nourishing ourselves, focus on our purpose, our life purpose, guide us along this way. Miss Kelly says, yesterday I got a beautiful feathers from Brother Bear in the mail. Oh my gosh, that's so cool. What now? That is a sacred blessing and honor. That really is, right? What a beautiful and to be so grateful and to see that's amazing. That is so amazing. Okay, guys, so we're gonna move on to life purpose. From the life purpose deck, the card coming in is strength. Sorry, guys, this lighting is not the best today, but strength. This is a reminder that everything you've experienced in your life has made you strong and made you courageous. Okay? Everything you've experienced in your life has brought you to this point. This is part of your life purpose. Again, we're asking about our life purpose, our connection to our life purpose. Sometimes we're like, why in the heck did I come in to experience all of this? Why would I do this? Well, because the experience, the strength, right? The courageous, you got to face these fears. Believe it or not, a lot of us, all of us, we signed up for this. We came into this to have these experiences specifically so that we can make some of these shifts. I think it's interesting. My cousin and I were just talking this morning early, looking at our family history. I just did some clearing work last night with Michael, like I shared, right? Did some clearing. This morning, family history was revealed. That was part of the clearing work done last night. Literally part of my family history revealed. And it's very interesting looking back through our history. I told my cousin, it's amazing that we are the people, me and all of my cousins. Not saying anything bad. I'm not going to air out any of our family laundry on the live TV here. But what I'm saying is what we come out of, looking at the history of toxicity. But I don't think we're the only, I think the world was that, right? I think this is where we're seeing the global shift. This is where I'm going with that, right? To see where we are at as cousins and where we are in this lifetime in our thought process and the contributions of just being us that we are adding to our family line, our heritage is such a beautiful shift, right? A beautiful shift. And that's the strength. So when I was looking at it, I'm like, all of us walk some very interesting things through our childhood, but we now have the strength and the courage to stand and be who we are in this time, which is part of those prophecies coming to life, coming true. The peace, the calm, the generations, the multiple tribes coming together, right? The prophecies, the rainbow prophecies. That's that strength, the courage that it took for us to walk through that, to be able to stand in this time and break those chains. That's part of our life purpose. Part of our life purpose. And last but not least, body work. Your life purpose involves body work, such as therapy, energy healing, physical therapy, or exercise training. I'm just going to say again, our purpose here is to focus on nourishing ourselves. So this is saying really, right, part of your life purpose is getting to know your physical body too. It can be outside, and there's lots of healers here. I know we are, right? We are all healers. First, we heal here first, though. This is what we nourish ourselves here and focus on here. And then we may choose to expand out and be able to help others, right? But part of your life purpose is coming into this and doing the healing work for yourself. Learning to connect with the physical body The mind, body, and spirit, bringing yourself together, nourishing yourself daily in the mind, body, and spirit, tithing into yourself, giving yourself that love and attention you deserve, exercising, doing the energy healing, massaging, physically making sure we're taken care of. That's your life purpose. Say what? I love it. I love it. Spirit's like, okay, you guys got it. You got it figured out yet? Like, yeah, or yep. And again, our life purpose, right? When we get to come in and understand who we are, like for me, I understand now my passion. I love to learn and I love to teach. So my life purpose, what I'm here is to be me, which is learn and teach, right? It doesn't mean I have to go outside of myself to fulfill that. It means I have to come within and fulfill it here. How do I fulfill it here? I come within and I teach, I learn. I learn and teach myself here. And then I'm able to expand out this way to you guys. And hopefully, I just share what I learn and understand. And I'm open to like whatever you have, like open, right? Let's learn and share. That's how we grow and expand and honor each other where we're at, and knowing that exactly the way I see it might not be exactly the way you see it, but as we share, we're open to honoring each other on our journey because we know it's all one. We're all having that experience, right? Pretty cool. So, all right, guys. That's it. We have made it through the show, and we are actually a little bit early this morning. What do you think of that? Can you believe it? Can you believe it? Just came to say thank you for all you do and your time and your energy. Oh, well, thank you so much for being here, my spiritual. That was great. Thank you so much for being here. You know what, Samantha? We have like an extra few minutes. Miss Samantha asked for a card pull really quick, and I just heard Michael jump in and like say yes really quick. We're a few minutes ahead. I'm going to pull one more card for Michael. This is for Samantha, but you guys know how this works. The universe is always divinely conspiring for us. So this is really a group message. I know it is. Something for each of us. And then we're going to move on, be done. We'll be back tomorrow morning, 8:30 a.m., where we see what Spirit has for us. Friday is just a recap. All right, what do we have for Samantha, Michael? Come on. You said you wanted to talk to her. What you got? Woohoo! Okay. All right, so for you, Samantha, Michael is coming in. First off, he's letting you know that you're on the right path, and he's right there with you. That's him holding your hand and literally guiding you along this path, letting you know, like, pay attention to these signs, stay into your vibe, and just know he is walking with you and supporting you through this decision. He's really helping you to connect with your internal love. He's saying self-love, 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 self-love. That's, I'm hearing so loudly. It's time. And again, no surprise, this is the morning brew where we come in and we're focusing on nourishing ourselves, mind, body, and spirit. It's about learning to love ourselves. He's saying this is where you need to focus your energy right now. That's the path, self-love. Stay on that, learning to go within, learning to honor yourself, learning to honor your energies. Love yourself like your own best friend. Give that love to yourself. That's all I'm doing, concentrating on self-love at the moment. Boom. And he's telling you, you're on the right path. You're absolutely on the right path. And he's letting you know, last but not least, taking your time in making decisions, any decisions right now. Take the time to go within that self-loving place. You can even connect with Archangel Michael, asking him like, hey, again, grab my hand and guide me through this before I make this decision. Ask for that assistance as you make all of your decisions going forward, allowing yourself to really concentrate with that heart space. Yeah, Michael's with you, sweetie. There you go, guys. That was for Samantha, but always a collective. I know that there's more than one of us that needed to hear that today, because Michael came in like, hey, this is why you have a few minutes extra. When does Jamaica, Miss Chattybox, ever have a few minutes extra? Come on. Only when Michael makes it so, right? He stretches that time so the message will come through. That is the universe divinely conspiring, my friends. How beautiful is that? I love it. All right, my beautiful souls. I will be back here tomorrow morning, 8:30 a.m. Like I said, it's just a little recap. You're very welcome, hun, of what we've been talking about. We will go into some animal vibes. I don't remember off the top of my... Oh, here's my list. What are we talking about tomorrow? The spider. We're going into the spider tomorrow. Very interesting. With October too. This is good. Okay. So tomorrow we're going to talk about spider vibes. We're going to learn some more about spider vibes. So be here 8:30 a.m. And then we usually get some homework from Spirit. Fridays, because we're only here Monday through Friday, usually we get a little guidance from Spirit. It's always a get to, not a have to. That's the cool thing about Spirit. At least when I work, for me, my experience working with Great Spirit, it's always a get to and a what if, and how about you try this out? And it's always for that highest and best good, right? Not a have to ever. And when I choose to do the homework though, oh my gosh, the rewards at the other end are amazing. The clearing, the freedom, the being free. It's freedom, it's prosperity to the finest. So, if you would like to schedule a session, a private session, or a Reiki session, you can check out the website earthangels.godaddysites.com. Check out the services. I have readings available, Reiki energy healing available. There's meditations available. FYI, on Mondays, we do have a spiritual group that we have started, a Mentor Me Monday group that is open to anybody that would like to join. That class is completely based on donations only. You do have to come over to the website and sign up for it. It is limited to only 15 people. So I do ask that you only sign up if you know for sure that you are going to be able to attend. And that when you make that investment in signing up, that you are making that commitment to yourself and to the group that you will be there. It's very powerful. We just come together, setting the intention to do a small little meditation together. Everybody can have the opportunity to share after if you want to. It's a get to, not a have to. It's just a great little space to grow and to expand. It's a safe space to practice meditation, guided meditation. And then also, I am teaching a Reiki class next month, Reiki 1. So I'm taking 7 new students. I'm excited. I just had one student graduate. I'm so excited. I'll be posting that. She graduated level 2. But I am starting on level 1 students next month. So for the fall term, if that's something you're interested in, that is also listed over there on the website through services. Also, if you check out the shop, there are meditations. There's only one in there right now available for sale, but there are also going to be some of the guided meditations available through there. So if you're not able to schedule a time and you don't want to do one-on-one and you don't want to do a group, but you want to be able to do it at your own pace, you'll be able to go on. It's a one-time purchase, download it's a MP4 file, and then you'll have it available to do it at your pace at your own time. So I'm excited about that. The shop is growing and expanding. So all those things are over there. So make sure you just come over, check it out, surf the shop a little bit. We have healing crystals over there. I have some bracelets I'm going to be adding this week. Other healing crystals, things like that. So come check us out. Earth Angels, heavensent.godaddysites.com. And I think that is there anything I'm forgetting? What am I forgetting? I feel like I'm forgetting to remind you. Oh, on the full moon, we'll be doing the cord cutting with Archangel Michael. And then stay tuned because we're going to be having a meditation on the new moon as well, focusing on the manifestation, working with Gabriel and Raphael. I'm going to be sticking with 6 p.m. That's just a really good time for me. Here on the West Coast, it seems like a good time for us across the United States. It's not too late. It's not too early here. So that's going to be coming available as well. So check it out on the site, guys. That's it, I guess. I love you all. I will tell the dogs. Yes, the dogs went out before I came on, Teddy. So no worries. I've been taken care of. They're taken care of. I do have a busy day and we are at our time. See, I knew I'd manage. I love you guys. And any thoughts on pulling cards? About what, Kelly? All right, guys, I'm going to wrap it up over here. I love you. I will chat with you later. See you tomorrow. Love and light. Have a beautiful, blessed day. This technique for stress reduction and relaxation that also promotes healing. It is based on the idea that the unseen life force energy flows through us and is what causes us to be alive. If one's life force energy is low, then we are more likely to get sick or feel stressed. And if it is high, we are more capable of being happy and healthy. Reiki is a simple, natural, and safe method of healing and self-improvement that anyone can use. It has been effective in helping virtually every known illness, and it always creates a beneficial effect. Reiki works in conjunction with all other medical or therapeutical techniques to relieve side effects and promote recovery. And because Reiki is all about the energy, it can be done at a distance, allowing you to enjoy a nice, relaxing session safely in the comfort of your own home. Schedule your in-person or distance session today. I look forward to working with you soon. Namaste.